Okay, so in like opposite of what my video was yesterday or the day before, I remember when I posted it, I'm going to be talking about the worst legend in the game. I'm not too into all the statistics and stuff like that, like I don't give a shit about that. I'm just going to talk about who I think the worst legend is in the game and talk about it with my own reasons. I'm not going to mention any stats or anything like that. And I think the worst character in the game is probably, where is he? Magia. Now, I'm sure a lot of people can get behind this pick because he is never picked in tournament play, if ever. He's got some of the weirdest stats. I know he has the highest defense in the game, but it doesn't amount to much because he is just a shit character. I also have no idea how to play his weapons. As you know from yesterday, when I, not going to spoil it, but the legend I said yesterday for the best legend in the game had hammer. And if any of you watched that, you know that I can't play hammer. And if you think my hammer was bad, then just wait until you see my greatsword. Now, hammer's a great weapon, right? Hammer's actually a really good weapon. So I don't have much to say about hammer. Greatsword, I think greatsword just sucks a giant bag of dicks, mate. Greatsword is just so slow. Hammer is, hammer is no fucking, it's not Usain Bolt or anything. Hammer is also ridiculously slow, but, it has strong moves like ground pounds and reliable true combos and stuff, and obviously that recovery like that. It's just Magia's hammer just doesn't feel nice. I just don't like the feel of it. I think it's the worst hammer in the game. His greatsword again just sucks. It's alright for ones. I have like 10 defense and that killed me, by the way. I can't really think of many reasons as to why greatsword sucks because I don't play it. It's just whenever I play against someone who has greatsword, they just suck dick. Like it's just a bad weapon. It's an easy weapon to be good with. It's just not an effective weapon to be good with. It's just it's just slow, man. It's just so slow. And it's not terrible off stage, but it really isn't great off stage either. Like the dare is not bad. The dare is nah, fuck that. It's disgusting off stage. It's horrible. Like it's probably my least favorite weapon in the game because I'm a fan of fast weapons and weapons that you have a lot of control of. The stun frames on oh, I killed myself. The stun frames on greatsword are just. Thing about it is, I'll pick it up in a second and I'll show you. Let me just kill this guy. So let's pick up greatsword. Right, the stun frames on this weapon are fucking horrible. Like, what I mean by that is, if any of you don't know what stun frames is, or I might not be saying it right, I have no idea. But basically, it's if you do an attack and let's say you miss it. You are guaranteed to get punished. It's such an easy weapon to punish. In fact, that's one of the main things about it, how easy it is to punish. Like, if I manage to win this game, I'll be so surprised, because I have like a level 2 Magia, I think. Okay, yeah, we lost. Right, so then, that's kind of enough about the weapons, because as I said, hammer is good. It's a mids to good tier weapon. Greatsword is trash. No one likes that weapon. No one likes to play that weapon. If you like to play greatsword, you're just weird. But now, coming off of the weapons, let's talk about his Sigs. Now, Magia's Sigs aren't really the downfall of the character, right? The downfall of the character lay in other things. The thing about his Sigs are, there are just better versions for it on other legends, right? So, prime example, I'll talk about all of the Sigs, but let's start off with the D-Sig on Hammer. This right here is literally just a worse version of Rayman's D-Sig. And sure, okay, there's a lot of Sigs in the game like that, but this is literally copy and pasting it and making it worse. Right, for example, say you come back from stage, you're down here, right? And Magia's up here and he's loitering like this. Come on, man. How are you going to get hit by that? You can literally see him in the air about to do this. Like, it's so avoidable. Like a lot of his Sigs, but this is the most so. This shit is so avoidable. Now, talking about his hammer side stick, I'm going to breeze through these just to keep this video a little bit shorter than the other one. Like, it's not bad. It's moderately fast. Hitbox is quite small. I think it does about 23 damage. Again, just so many better versions of it. Every hammer side stick in the game is better than this. And kind of the same, right? Let's talk about core. Core is very similar, except it has more range, bigger hitbox, more damage. Bodvar's very similar, but more range, more damage, and much bigger hitbox. Teros, well, I don't need to say anything about Teros, just shits all over it. Ensig, again, same principle. There are just much better versions of this. For example, nearly every single hammer legend will have Stomp Ensig as a true combo. He doesn't. I think it's like 2-3 dodge frames. Yeah, you can slide charge it, which is not bad, but at the end of the day, better versions of it, right? Like Thor, prime example. Core, prime example. I'm going to glaze Core a little bit in this because he is a prime example as to why there are just Magia Sigs but better, because they're all very similar to his. Even like, it's like Koji Bow and Sig has a smaller hitbox, but it's just so much more faster. This again is just easily avoidable. Right, his Greatsword Sigs. This is one of his better Sigs. It's not bad. It's actually probably his best Sig actually, besides the hammer side Sig. His side Sigs aren't his fullback, right? His side Sigs are fine. I don't have much to say about this one, except it's quite easily avoidable. Also doesn't look very cool, which isn't, you know, I know it isn't a factor into the thing, but having someone having fucking hell, someone having Sigs that look cool will make you want to play them a bit more. N-Sig, let's see, I didn't say this about D-Sig either. D-Sig and N-Sig both have properties of, if you're off stage and you need to get back to stage, you can use them to touch the wall. I didn't even touch the wall there, maybe I'm wrong. But look, if you're like here, yeah, you can use it to touch the wall. N-Sig on Greatsword is the same thing, but just a lot better. Like if you're down here, you can do that, because it does send you quite high up. But it's also just ineffective as fuck. This Sig is so ineffective. Like, if it had active input and could send them down, then he probably wouldn't even be here, because I think that would make him so much more of a better legend. But sadly, no active input. But still, just easily avoidable. Doesn't follow up from much besides that. Has no active input. Nothing interesting about the Sig. Okay, it's just boring, bland, and not very useful. See, that's his Sigs talked about. I'm sorry if I was vague again, because I don't play this legend, so I don't know much about him. This is just from what I know of him and what I can say of him. People might have better reasons out there, but this is what I'm saying for it. Now let's go on to his stats, right? I mean, force speed. You can really feel the force speed when you play this guy. He feels ridiculously slow. 4 Dex, again, I've been playing this game for 5 years. I've got no idea what Dex does, so I can't comment on that. Strength, now, he has Greatsword and Hammer, so strength isn't really much of a factor. You know, you could give him 3 strength and he'd still be the same as what he is now, because the weapons are just really forceful. Obviously, you've got a high defense, which is good. It's good, but on a character like this, you'd rather have high speed. Because these 2 weapons, they need speed. That's all I'm saying. Like, you need speed for Greatsword, and you need speed for Hammer as well. Especially Greatsword, though, because Greatsword is a really slow weapon. Oh, right, I didn't realize I was in. Right, now this is a big factor for him, right? Because he feels disgusting in game. What the fuck is this guy doing? He feels absolutely disgusting. I mean, I cannot think of a worse character to play in game. He feels... I know I was talking about his speed earlier. Force speed isn't even really that low. Like, there are some force speed characters out there that feel much nicer than him. I don't know what it is about Magia, but he just feels disgusting to play. Now, his hammer actually still feels slow, but out of the 2 weapons, it feels so much faster compared to this piece of shit. Now, this Greatsword, obviously, I don't play Greatsword anyway, so take everything I say about Greatsword with a pinch of salt, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But this is just like, it's... Oh, fucking hell. Now, this is where it really comes in, because his Greatsword feels so fucking slow. I mean, you can play someone like, I don't know, someone like Jae-Yun, okay? I've played Jae-Yun before. I've got, you know, my Jae-Yun's at level 5, so I've played a little bit of him. And I can tell you, his Greatsword feels like so much faster than Magia's. Magia's just feels so punishable. Everything about it is so sluggish. Yeah, I don't know what it is, to be honest. It could be the low Dex, because again, I have no idea what Dex does. But I still have no, like, I don't know what it is. Just something about him feels disgusting, and I don't know what it is. It could be the low speed, but as I said before, there are legends out there with 4 speed who feel so much nicer than him. I do just think it's just how the game's made him. He just feels ridiculously slow. You know, even with dash jumping and dash movements and the new mechanics they added recently, which I can't remember what it's called, but even with that, he still feels like a fucking slug. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about Magia. Don't really know what happened to this guy, but I got the kill at least.
No, it's basically, it's all cuts and stuff.